Hello, my friends. I want to talk a little bit about I guess my new favorite plant, dandelion. Dandelion. This year, I'm very excited about dandelion. Since really I was introduced to dandelion because I'm spending a lot of time in Georgia and it grows wild everywhere. And I met a gentleman from whom we purchased our house, and at that time, he was diagnosed with cancer. And I saw him picking the dandelion flowers in the yard where at the house that we purchased from him, or we were in the process of purchasing from him. And he was picking them and eating them. And strange, I mean, I had never seen anyone do that with a dandelion. I was familiar with a dandelion plant from the Caribbean, in Jamaica, actually, where I'm from, but I'd never seen this wild dandelion that just grows on everybody's lawn. And then he went about telling us that dandelion is good for cancer, he said. And that's when he shared with us that he had, I think he said he had liver cancer. So I started doing some research, and this year the dandelions are just about everywhere, all over our 1 acre of land in Georgia. I did quite a bit of research, and I found that this wild, free God food is has so many very good nutrients that I'm gonna share with you. Um, Fortunately for us, we have the internet where there's so much information. Back in the days, we would have to go to the library. The library is right at our fingertips. So these are the nutrients that I found when I did my research are present in the dandelion. And the entire plant really is edible and nutritious. Roots, stems, leaves, and the flowers. Dandelion, I found out, has protein, healthy plant protein, not meat. Healthy plant protein, healthy carbohydrate. The thing is that people that go on these diets and stuff like that, you'll hear them being told or say that they've cut out carbs. I know in my studies as a nurse that our bodies must have carbohydrates. That's our energy food, and our brain cannot function without carbs. The problem is that um, people nowadays eat empty carbohydrates, the donuts and the cookies and the breads and the crackers and sugars, those things. But this has excellent complex carbohydrates, brain and energy food. Lots of fiber, a little bit of plant-based fat. We need fat also. We cannot function without fat in our diet. So this is a healthy way of getting healthy fat, plant-based fat. It's not a lot. Vitamins A, which is very good for our vision. Vitamin K, which is good for our clotting. Vitamin C, immunity. Vitamin E helps to slow down age. And vitamin B1. I'm not too sure about the benefits of that. Calcium and potassium, which are good for our heart function. And folate. Nowadays, people take folic acid that they buy in the store, and that is man-made. Folate is a natural uh, mineral that is found in the dandelion. Also iron and certainly magnesium that we need also for efficient heart function. So these are the wonderful health benefits that are in dandelion, which is why I'm so excited about collecting as many as I can in my backyard, where I do not spray chemicals in my backyard. And so I can eat all the wild nutritious plants that are growing in my yard, and the dandelions are everywhere. It's spring. I believe throughout summer I'll see them blossoming and growing and growing, and I will be foraging, as they call it, or digging or searching for these dandelions, pulling up the roots where I can, collecting the seeds and scattering them where I would like them to grow next year. Although you really don't even need to do that because the seeds just blow away and they just pollinate and grow all over the place. So I went searching for dandelion roots and leaves today, and I'm showing them to you. This is a dandelion. This is a dandelion root that I cut the leaves off and I've washed it. And here are some roots that I've cut up. I'm gonna dry them, cut them up. I've washed them. This is how the root looks before it's cleaned. I cut the stems and the bush off. See, it has a lot of dirt. Clean the dirt. It's a very long root. And wash it. See, I have some soaking in this pot. Clean it really good. And then I cut it up. Very windy day today. It's a beautiful spring day. It's May 6th. And then when I cut it up, I dry it in the sun. I don't put it in an oven or any dehydrator because I think the heat does kill some nutrients, and it's very sunny here in Georgia. So I dry any leaf that I dry it in the sun rather than dehydrator or the oven where you lose your vitamin C because heat kills vitamin C. And so these are some dandelion roots that I'm in the process of drying. And then I grind them in my coffee grinder to make dandelion root powder. Here are some leaves that I'm in the process of cleaning, washing, cleaning, and pick all the stuff that don't belong in there. And I'm gonna dry them like I am drying them in this container here. Then once these leaves are dry, I will also grind them into a powder. Now I did some research to see how I could incorporate these dandelion powder in my diet each day, and I found out that you could add it to smoothie, add it to soups and stews. And I started adding a quarter teaspoon of the dandelion root powder and the dandelion leaves powder to my morning oatmeal cereal. And what I have found is that I have a lot of energy, since I started at like 3 days ago adding this dandelion root powder and the dandelion leaves powder to my cereal. I find that I have a lot more energy. It's not like a surge of energy, it's like consistent energy throughout the day, and also quite clear-minded. So this is dandelion, a wonderful free medicinal plant. Wanted to share that with you.